Welcome to UJH British Cars. Well, it's time to get that kickboard filled in on the driver's side now that the floor is in place. So we're going to have to trim up the old panel a little bit because it's just cut kind of unevenly, so I was in a hurry the other day. So we'll trim it up and need to cut up a little bit more to get into the frilly part, which is right near where the toe board meets. And then we'll cut a new section of steel and weld it in. So let's get started. So this is the section here. This is the new sill. This panel continues down on the far side of the sill down to just above the floor level. This is where I cut it off, and I didn't do it very evenly. So I want to cut it back a bit, and then this was all still just rotted away. So I want to cut it up pretty high across here. And then also this is pockmarked and everything here. So I want to come up here a bit, and we'll replace that a little bit there. And this is the toe board. This is a separate piece of steel here, so we're not going to go into that. This piece terminates and has a 90 and about a, half-inch flange. So that's I already kicked that loose, so it should come off when we cut it. So I'm going to trim that from inside the car because it's up in the air and I can get in through the transmission area because the tunnel's not in. I'm going to cut this back first, and then we'll probably use the death wheel to cut that section. So there's not really enough room inside here to get me and the camera in, so I thought I'd give you a different perspective. I'm here, and I'm going to start from this end and go that way with the air shears. These air shears really make fast work of that tin. Alright, step one complete. I've got my piece cut, got it just tacked in a couple of corners, and it's all over the place on that edge, so I'm going to just keep working a little bit, tack, hammer, hold it up with the magnets, the clamps, you name it. I'll show you the other side. There's the other side. You can see I burnt the hole in the corner, but we can fix that. Anyway, weld on that for a bit, and then we'll get back to you. Well, it's in, it's welded. For such a small piece, it's a lot of work. Between this hockey puck section, which was more work than I thought, the fact that you can't have a clamp that'll get much further than about that to clamp this in place, and working it back, the floor being on the inside makes that new piece kick out a little bit, so it didn't want to line up. Not to mention that this arm's in the way, this board's in the way. Both floors are here, so I just barely fit in between these two sections. Here's the other side. Plug welded the bottom so that that side is attached to the flooring. That's directly welded directly to the floor, and then of course the floor is welded to the sill, so it makes a pretty strong box section. And of course there's a bend in the metal, so that's welded to the toe board, and it's a bit gooberish because it wasn't quite flat, and I can't get in the grinder in here either. I may take the little die grinder to it later, and I got that little hole right there. Put a little primer on it for now. Move on to the next bit, which will be the dog leg back there. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's a fairly short video, I'm sure, but it's work that needed to be done. I spent all afternoon doing it. As I said, it's all pretty boring, so I don't video everything. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and join, and we'll see you next time.